Hey everybody, I'm Dexter and welcome back to my laboratory. This is my first tutorial on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing my everyday show face. I'm very excited. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and since I am currently laid up with my knee being angry and I can't perform and I can't work my muggle job, here we go. Drag King makeup tutorial take 1. First step is to wash your face. Now I'm going to prime my face. Right now I am using Makeover Essentials Mineral Face Primer. Alright, now that I've primed my face, it's time for eyebrows. I take a single shadow. This is Graftobian Brow Powder in mid-tone brown. So I take just some everyday contact solution. I put 2 drops, or 3 I guess, in there, and I mix it up till it becomes like a cream or like a paste. Well, let's get at these brows. I just held the line under my brow, and then I let it extend out a little more. Parallel line that stops about, I'd say, 3/4 of the way. Boom, 1 brow. Alright, so I know they look like completely different shapes right now, but I'll take my foundation and fix that later on. Alright, brows are on, which means it's time for foundation. I use Krylon TV Paint Stick in W2. Most drag queens or kings use the Krylon. I used to use Kat Von D's foundation, but I found that it was too thick. Alright, the way I do this is I just put a base layer over most of my face. You can see the detailing is not great, but I touch that up later. I take my wet blending sponge. This is from Walmart. It was like $8 for a 3-pack. They're really, really squishy, which I like. I don't do well with the harder ones because I have so many little places to fill in. So now it's time to blend that all out, and then we can touch up later. I'm going to add more foundation on my forehead because I have a lot of expression lines on my forehead, and those can never have enough foundation on them, it seems. Now it's time to powder. I use Graftobian loose powder in Skin Tone Light. To apply this, I just use standard powder puff. I think I got this at Spirit Halloween like 5 years ago. To remove the powder, I use a Wet n Wild Kabuki brush. Alright, now it's time to do my eyes. I like to use a lot of color. I've been in a red, purple, and brown mood lately. I think it's probably because it's fall. I'm going to get Old Faithful, the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. First, I'm going to take shade Glucose in the top left-hand corner of the palette. Just that gorgeous matte white. I find it works really well. Also a good alternative is Sugar Pills Taco. Now we're going to take shade Sugarcane, which is just one spot to the right of Glucose. And that's going to be the transition shade. So I do that right under the white. These Wet n Wild Kabuki brushes are also fantastic for sweeping away fallout and not getting it everywhere. Bada boom. Done. Today I'm feeling very red. So I'm going to start with Jeffree Star's Prick in the bottom left-hand corner of the Blood Sugar palette. So I'm going to pat this over the lid, and then I'm going to go up into the crease with it and mix it with that transition color. Now I'm going to take Cherry Soda by Jeffree Star. It's a little more red than Prick is. We've got Cherry Soda down. Now we're going to add Fresh Meat. And now I'm going to take Tongue Pop and Prick. Creates this kind of color. And I'm just going to blend this area by the white and the red meeting. So I'm going to take some of my contact solution and I'm going to add it to color Candy Floss in this palette. I did about 2 drops in the pan. Then I'm going to take my Face Secrets Duo Shadow Brush. It's got a smaller pointy end and then a flat shadow brush end. And I'm just going to mix that up in there. Oh wow, it went in there fast. Okay, but it's still good. So Candy Floss is a shimmery baby pink. It's really pretty. You can it looks pretty, but it's not doing anything as drastic as I wanted. I'm gonna grab my new highlighter I just bought. It's Wet n Wild's Royal Calyx. It's a really pretty blue violety moment. Alright, so we're gonna move on because this is frustrating me. Now I'm going to take a smudge brush. You can see it's got a little teeny weeny tippity tip on it. And I'll be taking Jeffree Star's Liquid Lipstick Weirdo, which are vegan, cruelty-free, and eye safe. And I use this shit as liner. I do a little detail on the inner corner of my eye here. And there we go. We have got the top and inner corner liners done. Now I'm going to put some Weirdo in my waterline before I do the bottom lid. I use a brush, or I'll just sometimes use the doe foot on it. This is my black lipstick for my eyes, so I don't put this on my mouth. I don't use this on other people. Alright, next is going to be top mascara, just because I hate that my lashes pick up so much of the eyeshadow color. So I want it to look cohesive, so I'm just going to put mascara on now. For mascara right now, I'm using CoverGirl's The Super Sizer. It's got this kind of little spiky brush. I have hit myself in the eye with it several times, and I have made up new curse words. I'm going to start with Jeffree Star's Cake Mix. I'm going to take his Ouch. Then we're going to take a tiny bit of Intravenous. Now we're going to switch to Jeffree Star's Beauty Killer palette. And I'm going to use Black Rainbow. And I'm going to take that Glucose color, the white, and go right in here under that little swoopy thing we made with our eyeliner. Then I'm going to dip into Sugarcane. Kind of blend that into all of the nonsense going on under my eye. Now we're going to do contouring. I use Krylon's eyeshadows in K1 and K3. You draw a line from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth. Then I take that K3, which is a little dark, a little cool, and I only really do it around this part of the cheek. I don't let it come too far because I think it's too dark and too harsh liney. Alright, then this is the fun part, where I feel around on my face. I have a bone right here. So I contour around that bone. And on this side it's over here. So I do that. you can see eyebrow, tip to hairline, around that bone to hairline. And it can actually be a little more punchy than this. And then I move my arms around my head like I'm training for a circus. So then I find that bone again, and I draw a line right there. And then I just gotta buff all that out. I buff it out down here to leave a white or a lighter space above my eyebrows that I can highlight and connect to here. Then I'm gonna take the K3, that nice dark one, and then I do any part of my contour that touches my hairline to make it darker. To contour my nose, I use a Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. What I do is I just dab it in my contour color, and then I squeeze it. Squeeze it flat. I do a line right on the outside of my nose, down to the tip. And then I take this brush and I join this line. Then I do a little V on the bottom. Now that you have a Squidward nose, I do the nasal labial folds right here. At least I think that's what they're called. I just jam some contour powder in there because it makes the sides of my nose appear. And then I join it up the side. Then a little line. Instant button nose, even if you don't have one naturally. Alright, there's the nose. So I use just a little blush along my contour line. Using this Sigma fan brush. Right now my favorite highlighter ever is Blossom Glow by Wet n Wild. You can see that I've hit the honeycomb pan. So I'm going to go back to that mid-tone brown that I used for my eyebrows. I used 2 brushes for my eyebrows. Standard shadow brush for my mustache and my soul patch. And then I use this brush, which I don't know where I found it. I don't know what it's called. It's the best brush for filling in my frickin' beard in the entire world, and I'm scared to throw it away. I've had it forever. There's like lipstick stains in it. I've had to pull liquid latex out of it, lash glue, everything. Like this, I've had this brush since biology, and if you've been following me long enough to know what biology is, just know they've been closed for like 4 or 5 years. So I just ruined my perfectly clean brush by dabbing it in there. Start on a sideburn. Boom. Gay pirate. So I'm going in with Jeffree Star's Designer Blood. Take this Hard Candy Plumping Serum in shade Barely There. Then I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Zodiac Collection Color Icon Lip Gloss in shade Capricorn, because that's what daddy is. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. And if you want more, let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.